Just announce this on Discord. Alright. Yo, what up, Mr. Beebs? This should be all correct. Yeah. What rank is this? Oh, it's so hard to see. I guess this is like Masters 3. 3rd division. Baptist Master. What up, everyone? I don't know. What up, Aiden? I'm honestly at a loss for words right now with Overwatch, and I don't know. I just feel like going live and talking about this stuff instead of trying to construct a video about it or be reasonable with Blizzard. What up, Kiev? I really feel like... What up, Blackster? I really feel like I'm trying to give Blizzard too much credit for than what they deserve. I don't know. Like, the balance, I don't even care too much about the monetization, but the monetization is currently not well done. But I feel like that's the list of my concerns. The balance, where are the patch notes here? Where they postpone it and then they this is like a slap in the face, isn't it? Where they have a patch, we know the patch is coming, and then they decide, oh no, let's throw in a Junkrat change in there, why not? Instead of addressing actual issues with the game, right? Such as Sojourn. Sojourn is just absurd. Apparently this was already in the game. I don't know if since launch or since the Halloween event. But even then, like, them only saying this stuff now, right? Only telling us that this is actually happening, or that they changed it, is a problem. If they change something, they need to tell us. They can't have stealth changes, right? For example, currently, if I go to the practice range, nah, I don't know what they thought. I have no idea. Why is Tracer a sniper? Right? If they intended this, and I don't think they intended this, they need to address it, right? They need to at least acknowledge that this happened, right? They can't just be like, okay, Tracer is a sniper here, I step a little bit back, and boom, full fall off, right? You can't go ahead and not acknowledge a problem like this. If it is a balance change, they have to tell us that it's a balance change. If this is a bug, they need to tell us that this is a bug. They can't go on for weeks without saying stuff, because apparently the Junkrat trap that they are saying in the patch notes was this way before the current update on November 17th, right? But what I'm currently really mad about is where is it? Here. I was playing on my main, right? I was playing on my main, and then I'm grinding, Okay, I dropped the Masters 1 on DPS, right? Was that because I was playing bad? No. That was simply because I DC'd twice because my internet went off, and it goes off every single day. At random times. My internet just decides to go off. I can't play around that. I just have to hope it doesn't happen when I'm in game, right? So okay, I disconnected once. Unfortunate. Didn't think it would happen again that day. It happened. Okay, those 2 disconnects made me drop a rank. Whatever, I'm gonna climb back. No worries. And then I get slapped in the face because I queue up for a game. I'm feeling good. I feel like I'm playing well. I wanna grind today, right? I reset my mental from the other day with internet going off, throwers, this kind of stuff, right? And then I go here, right, on the chat and see, like, it says first that it found a match, and then in the chat it says failed to connect to server. And I posted this on my Discord. And then I go on to my VPN, right? And on my VPN, because if I try to queue up on my server at this level, let's see what the queues are gonna be. The game is saying that the DPS queue is longer than tank. You wanna know why? Because this server doesn't have enough players. So I have to VPN to be able to play this game competitively at a high level. This puts me at a disadvantage, but I've come to terms with it because I don't have control over this right now. And if I can play the game as long as I play it on high latency, sure, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna endure it, and I'm gonna become better than the other players at Zelo so that I can actually be at the Zelo, right? But then I go on, I see that the match is found, I see that failed to connect to server, then I go on to my VPN. Okay, maybe it is trying to force me to connect to one server, but the game is actually happening on another, right? If that's the case, I go onto my VPN and I turn my VPN off, because then it's going to allow me to actually go there, right? That's a thought process that went through my head. That was like, okay, maybe it could be my fault. But then I read, right? I was connecting to Ashburn server, and the server that was in the match, as you could see in the VPN, right? It tells you which server it is connecting to. It was saying Ashburn. So the VPN was connecting properly. So everything on my end happened properly. But I couldn't connect to the match. What happens? Well, I got to see it twice yesterday, right? So first it is a 15-minute suspension, then it is a 1-hour suspension. This third suspension, which was not my fault, right? Because this was just Blizzard being shit. I got a 20 minutes, alright, not 20 minutes, 20 hours suspension. So I cannot play on my main for that amount of time. I head onto my out. What happens? I try to connect to a game. I connect to a game. Guess what happens? Yep. Failed to connect to server. No problem on my end. I am suspended. This time though, because I don't play much on my out, it is just the 15 minutes, right? I can already queue up if I want, but it's just incredibly frustrating to have this type of stuff happen outside of my control. It isn't my fault. I'm not quitting games on my own, which is making me get punished for them, because that would be completely fair. Blizzard just said, no, fuck you, basically. You're not getting to play the game. Not only that, you wanna know something that is also really, 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 really frustrating? Why can't we properly select servers in Overwatch? What up, Nemo? How are you doing? Why can't we just select servers? If you open Battle.net, you can select Americas, Europe, Asia. But how big are the Americas? Well, there are 2 of them. There is South America, there is North America, right? It's not just one continent. So it doesn't make sense to just say, no, this is one region, because this is just 2 regions. right? Apex, yes, Apex, you can select sub-servers, right? There are many servers per city in Apex. We don't even have a server for each continent in Overwatch. So, if I'm trying to queue up competitive on my server, look at this queue. I'm probably gonna be waiting well over 20 minutes, as it is saying. I'm probably gonna be waiting an hour. If I don't want that to happen, in Overwatch 1, you used to be able to use firewall to prevent the game from connecting to all the servers in your region, right? Which is what I did in Overwatch 1. I blocked all of the server IPs in South America, and that forced me to connect to an A, right? And then I would get to play on an A. Well, that doesn't work anymore in Overwatch 2. Not as far as I'm aware, at least. And I've heard other people in here complain about this, right? Saying that the firewall stuff doesn't work anymore because of new servers, right? And so now, if I want to play this game competitively, right? Because I'm not really going to be playing competitively on my server, and I'm also going to be waiting absurd queues. I need to literally pay to play. I need to pay for a VPN. Why? Why can't the Battle.net let me choose North America? Connect there. It doesn't have to be as many servers as Apex. It doesn't have to give you that much freedom. But at least have a server selection, or at least a group of servers per continent. Because this is just stupid. I have to pay to play the game, basically. And I'm not talking about the monetization, right? Because this is paid for cosmetics, right? The prices may be stupid, but whatever. The problem I'm getting at is I am too good for my own server. So if I don't want to pay to play, I need to create a new account and stomp games on lower ranks than I am, until that account is so high that I don't find games anymore in that account, right? And then, you wanna know what? This is something that high ranked players in this server, right, in South America, did in Overwatch 1. They did this. Some of them because they didn't want to play in high latency, right? But this shows how this issue has existed for years, and Blizzard has done nothing about it because they don't care, right? So this is just insane, and and I haven't even talked about balance, right? That's the stupid thing. There's a new tank. How many days until the new tank? Isn't it like 17 days till the new tank? Less than 3 weeks, right? Are the patch notes gonna load? Or is the game so shit that it can't even load some patch notes? There we go. Right? The first patch notes, the first balance changes in Overwatch 2. It wasn't like a mid-season patch, because it took so long. It's basically a season 2 patch. Does it address the stuff that it needs to? Well, somewhat, right? Somewhat. But then it also doesn't. These Sombra changes, I think, are fine. Maybe the damage nerf is too big, right? But I don't think that Sombra needs this kind of nerf. What players complain about Sombra is how unfun it is to play against her, right? What is the most unfun things? The CC, the perma invis, right? And the fact that she can hack while in this. If it was like in Overwatch 1 where she had to come out of stealth to then hack, I feel like people might be fine and then you wouldn't have to do this kind of stuff, right? It's just cheesy. That's the problem. It's cheesy. Sombra has a kit that is just boring, and a game about not purely about abilities, but there are many abilities, and it's what makes this game Overwatch, right? What makes Overwatch different than Apex, for example, where it's a game about, yes, you have some different characters that they have some different abilities, but it's mostly about the gunplay, right? But they don't address these things. They just decide to let Sombra be permanently in this. They double down on the CC, right? Before the launch, it was 1 second, and then they buffed it to 1.75 seconds. Why? Did they really not think that this would be obnoxious to play against? And it's not like Sombra is broken, because people have been playing way less Sombra now. Way before these changes, I basically wasn't seeing Sombra anymore. It was just like a release, people think that Sombra is broken, when honestly, she wasn't that good, right? And the problem is that just it's boring to play against Sombra, right? So this just shows that they don't really understand anything about balance. And it's what's so concerning about the future of this game, right? Kiriko, I don't know. I don't hate Kiriko. And I definitely don't think that she's obnoxious like Baptiste was in Overwatch 1. But at the same time, she does have some very big issues. Immortality is still immortality. And not just immortality. Because Baptiste's immortality field, you can, for example, hook someone out of the immortality field and kill them, right? Boop them off. Stuff like that. With Kiriko, no, you literally stop interacting with those things. You cannot hook someone because they literally become a ghost for that duration. It's also a cleanse. It's also a heal. So that's obnoxious. Now, my biggest issue with Kiriko, though, is her ultimate. Her ultimate is basically an instant win. It's just... You know how Baptiste Window is incredibly strong? Well, imagine Baptiste Window, but it moves with your team, and it also buffs your cooldowns. Right? So, you regenerate cooldowns 3 times faster. You fire twice as fast, which is a higher skill ceiling, right? To get the same value out of the BAP window, right? But it's essentially the same thing, right? It allows you to double your damage. And it also lets you move faster. It's just an insane ultimate. And if Kiriko had trouble farming it, maybe it's okay, right? Because compared to a Nano, for example, Nano you can farm it fast. But it's not like Kiriko ult farms slow. In fact, it farms faster if you heal bot. Why are we trying to make Kiriko stronger by making her easier? Shouldn't we have the heals matter less for her ultimate than damage? Because dealing damage with Kiriko is the most skillful part of her kit, right? Landing those headshots. But right now, it doesn't really matter how bad you are at landing those shots. In fact, it's probably better if you are bad at landing your shots, right? Because then you're not going to be fighting so much. You're actually going to be heal botting. And then, because you're heal botting, you're accidentally playing the character better because you're farming your ultimate faster, because the ultimate is just an instant fight win. So you're actually punishing good players that go for headshots and can land them and know how to, when they should be damaging and when they should be healing, and rewarding those players that can't land damage and can only land the heals and just stay back and heal in a skillless way. those players are rewarded. Why? Why? It's stupid. The most important thing about the balance isn't actually if the game is balanced or not. The most important part about balance is if the game is fun and if the skill to reward curve is done correctly, right? Because the problem is, and honestly, I don't think that these changes are as bad as some people think it is. I do think that these changes are bad, and I do think they are completely unnecessary, right? But my biggest issue with these changes to Genji and then not touching Sojourn, and let's look at the leaderboards, right? Oh wow! Let's nerf Genji. Let's not nerf Sojourn. You're literally seeing more Tracer in here than Genji. But no, Genji is overpowered. Nerf Genji. Leave Sojourn alone. And don't touch Tracer. If you're nerfing Genji, shouldn't you also nerf Tracer? Right? Doesn't make sense to do that. Because if you're trying to put them, and remember, Blizzard tried to compare Genji to Tracer and Reaper in power level, right? So if you're trying to compare them in power level, and you're seeing more Tracer play than Genji before Genji got nerfed, then nerfing Genji won't put him in the same power level as Tracer. It's going to put it way below Tracer's power level. So that's already a lie. But them nerfing Genji and not touching Sojourn is sending us a message in the first balance patch that they ever had in Overwatch 2, which is skill doesn't matter in this game. Well, not exactly that, right? That's an over-exaggeration, but you guys played Sojourn, or no? Probably most of you main Genji, right? Because, well, I main Genji, I make a channel about Genji, right? But it's undeniable that Genji is infinitely harder to get value from than Sojourn, right? Yet, Sojourn gets 10 times the value as Genji with less skill, right? But okay. Maybe the devs just didn't think that she would be this strong. So, balance patch time. Let's nerf Sojourn. No, they're nerfing Genji. This basically tells the player that why would you bother having skill in this game when you can just go ahead and pick the most broken character, the one that requires the least skill and meanwhile gets the most value. For example, Reaper. Reaper saw almost 100% pick rate in Overwatch League. Is Reaper a very skillful pick? Hell no, right? Reaper is the kind of pick that you never want to see in high level, because if you see Reaper in high level, that means that the balance of the game is completely wrecked. Because you're having a low skill ceiling character dominate on the level of play where players should be able to utilize close to, I'm not gonna say to the fullest, right? Because some characters I would argue that they have an infinite ceiling, right? So for example, Genji. You could theoretically just dash, triple headshots every single time. But that's never gonna be reached, right? That wouldn't be human. But you can, on a level of play where people are good enough to make Genji work very well, for example, they can make Tracer work very well, they can make Widow work very well, right? Because they have the skill necessary. You can't have a character that requires less skill to get more value. You can't. Because then you're not in, like, anyone that tries to play a skillful character is just gonna feel unrewarded. They're gonna feel like, why would I bother putting on thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of hours, right, into a character when I can just pick another one and get way more value. Let me show an example. This is just on my main account, right? Over 1,000 hours in Genji. Reaper, 43 hours. A lot of the matches, if I simply swapped Reaper, a character that I have way less hours on, and it's not even close, right? Not even close. At least 25 times less, right? Or around that. I'm gonna get more value. That should not be the case, but it is. And then that's basically making me feel like, okay, why am I going to keep playing this game that doesn't reward skill anymore? I'm just gonna move on to another game that actually rewards my skill. I'm not gonna bother with this, right? Because I can go ahead, put thousands of hours into a character, get to the highest level with them, and then I see Jimmy. Jimmy comes into Overwatch. Jimmy wants to be high level, high rank, but Jimmy doesn't want to put a lot of effort into the game. So Jimmy picks Reaper. Jimmy puts 10 hours on Reaper. Jimmy played Call of Duty before, right? Jimmy played Apex before. Jimmy knows how to aim, but they don't know anything about Overwatch. They learn basics, they pick the right character, and boom, Jimmy is Grandmaster. Jimmy is playing on my matches. And Jimmy, even though he is in every sense of the word worse than me at a game, he is getting more value than I am in these matches. So why would I bother playing Overwatch? Why would it? Right? There is no reason for me to bother playing this game. Because I just feel like it's a waste of time. And I'm not wrong. I'm not alone in thinking this. A lot of people have expressed this. A lot of people that don't play Genji have been mad about the Genji nerfs, right? And it's not. And I do think that we could live with these changes for Genji. I don't mind them so much. I feel like they are necessary, but I have so much time put into this character, and I have played him in such worse situations and still gotten value with him, right? I've had all seasons, except for when I was learning Genji in Gold or Plat, I don't remember. Past that point, I've had all seasons positive win rate on Genji, right? In Overwatch 1, double shield, everyone has CC, I'm playing on high latency, right? My team is trash talking me because of my hero pick, without caring if I know how to play him or not. I could be carrying and my team will be trash talking me. I might be depressed, and I'm still getting stuff done with him. So personally, these nerfs, so far I have been positive with them, right? I have a positive win rate on them. But that's also because I have specialized in him so much. If you see other players that play Genji that just flex to Genji at a high level, right? They are probably gonna be having the same issue that lower ranks are gonna be having with Genji. Genji is already an incredibly hard character to play, right? And if you are in a lower rank, you are not fully utilizing or anywhere close to fully utilizing the skill, right? The potential of the hero. And that's not to say that you are doing something wrong, right? That you shouldn't be playing Genji, that you should be playing another easier character, right? And it's not to try to be rude that you're saying that you're bad, right? In fact, I kind of wish I could go back to the time where I was a Plat Genji, so because I've getting better at the character felt really rewarding. It felt great. But suddenly having this character need that is already really punishing, even more punishing, it's just insane, right? I'm not mad at these Genji nerfs because of them and because of me. I'm not, and by them I refer to because of the nerfs, right? The 24 ammo and the 27 damage, right? I'm not mad at the number changes, and I'm not because they are gonna be affecting me negatively, right? I'm mad at them because of the message they send, coupled with the fact that Sojourn hasn't been addressed, and I'm mad at them in behalf of other players that haven't put as much time into Genji as I have, so that they won't be able to deal with this in the same way that I can do, right? Because honestly, for someone that plays Genji on 180 MS, losing 2 damage and 6 ammo is not a big deal, right? It's really not. I have been handicapped and I am handicapped whenever I play on high latency, right? In much worse ways, right? I pick a Widow, I try to deflect, I deflect in time on my screen, but the server doesn't read that because of high latency, so I die. I start to move, right? I try to pick shoot someone, right? On my screen, I'm behind the wall, but on their screen, they slapped me, right? And this is something that's very weird, but we're not gonna, I don't think it's worth entering this debate right now, where you can get slapped behind the wall, for example, and basically choose that, okay, since this player is playing on high latency, we need to have this player still be able to play the game, but we also need to, we can't just have that person be a ghost, right? We can't just have that person, for example, if the Anna slips you on her screen, she needs to slip you, she properly hit the slip. But on your screen, you are behind a wall. So the game chooses to make a compromise. It's going to slip you, but it's also going to put you behind the wall, right? So that definitely has much bigger implications than this nerf for me, right? The playing Genji on high latency is much worse. So I personally don't care about the nerfs too much, right? Turn on the AC. I'm sweating. Also, let's go. My VPN ended. So, since my VPN ended, I can't play on high latency. Unless, guess what? Unless I pay. But I'm not gonna bother paying for a VPN with the game in such a state, with a company that doesn't deserve shit from its customers, right? By having bad communication, bad monetization, right? Not the worst monetization, but yes, there are a lot of wrong things with the current monetization. Awful balance, and no perspective of learning those things and getting better. And honestly, considering how much time we already gave Blizzard and how much time we stuck with Overwatch 1 throughout all their mistakes, Blizzard is lucky that they made an IP as good as Overwatch. Because if it wasn't as good as Overwatch, this game was already dead a long time ago. And I don't think people would be coming back for Overwatch 2. I don't know if there is anything else I want to talk about in this topic. Let me see. I don't quite think so. Unless you all have thoughts that you want me to talk about or stuff. I simply didn't read chat during all of this time because I didn't want to interrupt my thought process. I wanted to get it all out.
Arriving at Shadow Gear.
願えば平和は訪れよう。
You know what, let's not play those because there are gonna be a bunch of tanks. Let's see how long it's gonna take for me to find a game on an alt account that isn't even GM yet. It's currently Master 3. Let's see how long it's gonna take for me to find a match to play on no latency. And let's see the quality of that match. Need to change cooldown. But yeah, it's just frustrating. Having to play on a bad balance state, on high latency, with matchmaking the way that it is, with my internet DCing outside of my control, and also with Blizzard deciding to just not connect me to matches and then ban me for it as if that was my fault, right? Just so many things that it feels really hard for me to just ever go into Overwatch, have a play session, and come out of it satisfied and be like, I played well, the games were fun, and no issues were there, right? It's basically every single time that I play the game and I log off, I'm not logging off in a positive note. It's just impossible. There are just too many factors that are going to make it a negative experience, right? And it's really, really frustrating. Really frustrating. And a lot of that would be fixed if I was just born in a different country. A lot of it. It's very possible. Alright, have a good one. It's very possible that if I just lived in a different country, I would be trying to go pro in this game. Maybe not, but I'm a very competitive person. I love Overwatch. I would at least be trying to fight for rank 1, right? Shatter got rank 7, I believe. And honestly, considering Shatter's mental, right? Sure, Shatter is a very skillful player. I'm not trying to take anything away from him. I just think that I could play as well as him, as well as the some other top level players, right? I'm not gonna be trying to compare myself to Necros, for example, because I feel like playstyle wise, he is very unique, and that's not the kind of stuff that I would bother with, because a lot of the times he just relies too much on mechanical skill, right? And that's something that I advocate against, right? Try to be smart rather than mechanical. Sure, both go hand in hand, and it's better to have both, but it feels like he, at least in my opinion, right, is too much on the mechanical side and too little on the rest. But I do feel like I would be, and I honestly, I'm not trying to I don't know how I would say this. I'm not trying to be egotistical, I guess. But I do think that I'm still, even with all of these problems, right? I still think that you could call me one of the best Genji players in the world. right? And sure, overbuff isn't the most accurate thing ever, right? But I did reach rank 1 Genji there for like, I don't remember how much time it was, like it was a short period of time, but I'm at least in Overwatch 1 I was, after I got to a level where I felt like I was skilled, I was in Grandmaster, I was confident in my skill, right? I was in the top 100 players for Genji every season basically, right? No, I think that a good way to put it, in my opinion, is if consider God, how was it? Consider the user to be like your game sense, or rather, instead of trying to just say game sense, let me just put it as consider the user of a tool as being the brain, right? And consider the tool that said user is using to do a job to be the mechanical skill, right? So you have the brain and you have the mechanical skill. If you have a really good tool for the job, but your user is bad, you're not getting much done. If you have a good user, right, an experienced user, but that experienced user has a bad tool, then also not gonna get to do too much, but that is gonna be way better than having a bad user with a good tool, right? The best outcome comes when you have a good tool and a good user, right? But the point is, the user is more valuable than the tool. The user makes a bigger impact, right? So that's how I see it. You want to have both be good, right? But the user is more important than the tool that they're using, which is the mechanical skill, right? And I feel like that's why I would consider Shatter to be a better Genji than Necros, for example, right? Because Shatter simply tries to play Genji smarter instead of trying to be a flashy, let's say, right? Which is how I would describe Necros. If I had to describe in one word, I would say Necros just tries to be flashy, right? Which is obviously oversimplifying it, and it does discredit him, because I'm not saying that he is not playing smart, right? Just because he relies a lot on mechanical skill. But you do get my point, right? Alright, have a good one, Flexer. But yeah, as I was saying before, if I lived in a different country, right? If I could compete on this game on low latency, I would also be living in a country where internet would be better, so it wouldn't be dissing like it is. So that's one issue of the board, actually two issues of the board at once, right? And then what else? I would have more agency over my games because I would be able to output more, right? Being able to output more throwers and stuff would matter less. I would feel less bad when I got them because I would be more confident in being able to win games because of my own skill. Because I'm not as reliant on my teammates, right? Because I can output more on my own. And then, because of all this kind of stuff, the mental part also becomes easier. It becomes easier to stay motivated to play the game. It also becomes easier to flex if needed to other characters, right? So, a lot of the time, I'm simply just really sad thinking that if I simply lived in a different country, if I had that option, or if I was born in a different country, I could have been one of the best Genji players in ladder at least, right? If not the best. I don't know if I would have gone pro. Going pro sounds very, very rough, and going pro also could end up not being fun at all, and not what I want, because one, I want to be able to teach other players, right? I really love doing that. But also, because with Genji being shit for most of the Overwatch history, right? I would probably not be playing him. Not that I would feel bad about flexing necessarily, because I do enjoy other characters, especially on low latency, right? High latency is what takes up most of the fun away from the game, right? Yeah. I lost my thought process. Let's stop this. Double jumping. If you can double jump above someone's head, right, to make them be forced to do a 180, that's usually the only time where it's good, unless you're using like dash or deflex. If you double jump, you can more easily dash at someone's feet, right? Let's say that person is close. If you try to just land a combo like this, you're gonna be too far, right? But if you double jump, you land at someone's feet, it's easier for you to be able to go ahead and line up a combo because you can land besides them, right? You can shorten your dash accordingly. Also, it's good if you're trying to bait your enemies into a predictable trajectory, right? So if this BAP jumps very high, right? Let's force the BAP to jump. It's a very predictable trajectory, right? So if I was Soldier, for example, I would be able to easily laser this BAP while he's in the air, right? So, because double jumping puts you in a vulnerable state like that, if your enemies are gonna be looking to exploit that weakness to their advantage, right? They're gonna be trying to punish that movement and deal damage to you during that. So you can turn that damage back using your deflect, right? You can turn the vulnerability into an advantage for you, right? That's another way to use it. But most of the time that I see Genji players just use it, it's not a good use. Myself included, right? It's just so easy to just get into the habits of double jumping because it's fun, right? And I'm just gonna be doing this and whoa, I'm going crazy all over the place. Yeah. Right? Dashing at someone's feet is better, yeah, because it lets you control your combos better, right? You're not reliant on landing the perfect distance. But yeah, a lot of the time, or at least it should be most of the time, you use your double jump to traverse the map better, and not actually because you want to use your movement in a way that helps you in a fight, right? And that's definitely probably my weakest aspect, and I would argue that's probably the weakest aspect of most Genji players, right? At least Genji players in high rank where they've already mastered so much, right? Yeah, they could keep honing their skills, but usually that's gonna be something that you just keep as a habit even as you improve, because it doesn't get punished often enough, right? And so you end up keeping this very bad habit. Right? That I'm stuck there on high latency, right? But I can deflect that on low latency. Left, which is one. I'm probably dead.
Let's go.
Have you tried to get it treated? No, I mean I use regular jump. I use the side mouse button for melee and crouch. See, are they high ground? And there's nowhere to run there. Alright, let's focus on this match. One thing that I would say though, my experience on high latency definitely really helped me develop like the brain part of playing the game, right? The being smart. I definitely think that whenever I swap to low latency, I can end up just forgetting about being smart and trying to just be outputting a lot mechanically, right? Because I simply feel like, okay, no, I need to be able to make use of the little time I have on low latency, right? To be able to have fun and pop off. So a lot of the times I end up disregarding being smart on low latency, which can be a trap, right?
Face me.
Barricades moving.
I'm pretty sure they just fed them fist plunge. There you go, that's why I tried to combo the Lucio beforehand. Get him low. Where I can kill him in one swing or a swing and a dash, right? And then I cancel the beats. And I would guess that on high latency I don't get to actually kill him because my actions would take a little bit too long for me to cancel the beats, right? So that's another moment where playing in high latency really screws me over. I don't know why I deflected. I was at a good amount of HP. Reaper has ult. She has Suzu, I believe. Maybe not. That's not who I wanted to ping. I wanted to ping the Cassidy for my team to focus. If you haven't noticed already, whenever you ping someone, their HP is shown on the ping. If they're like half HP, it shows that they're like, it shows it with a danger sign that is yellow. And if they are very low, which is like 25% or less HP, I believe, it shows it with a red danger sign. Let's see if I can ping the Lucian show. See? It was yellow there because it was half. She almost just died that. I should have killed the Ana, unfortunately. I didn't have any more ammo and I also didn't properly do... Wait, did it not properly do a finish because I didn't have ammo, right? Was that why I didn't shoot right after the secondary? Or the primary fire? And the dash. Yeah, not worth ulting here, I don't believe. But maybe it's worth trying to kill the Ana, right? Oh, I messed up. Unfortunately, I messed that rollout up. Should be able to live though. Maybe they chase me? Oh, I'm dead. I'm like, if I don't fuck up the rollout, I just bamboozle them really, really hard. That's a rollout that I already posted, I believe. And was it my first? I think it was my first rollout start.
Got the robot.
Did I forget to pin my message saying that there was gonna be no music this stream? I'm holding Blade for way too long. I could have cancelled beats again, I believe, if I played for that.
They're taking the robot.
Tracer is burning below. Yeah.
My ultimate is ready. Join me.
But I also believe that it's better if I can ult when we're trying to push the checkpoint, right? Because at this point, it's really hard for us to be able to actually push the checkpoint further. Yeah, I'm dead. She just goes way too far with that slide.
The robot! Get him back! Hello.
This ends now. What's up? Hi.
Crusaders! Meteor
I'm not gonna take the Mega yet. I'm only missing 50 HP. Now I'm gonna take the Mega. Does she think I'm not gonna be fighting her? Oh, I fucked up my dash. I wanted to go over here. Am I being chased? Yes, I am. I'm being chased by 2 people. Oh, it's fine. We're just wasting their time. And if my Kiriko TP is there, she's probably dead, so it's better that she doesn't get the TP. Could probably try to engage her and kill her there. I just really didn't want to end up feeding. Not giving my team a recontest. She wastes sleep for little or no reason. So she should be dead. Oh, never mind, they have beat. Why Doomfus ulting a Genji that has cooldowns? I guess it worked, but
Disrupting.
rocket button behind me! Hello.
and now that they're using ults and we aren't, we just combo our ultimates and win. When we reach overtime. Should have used his power block there if you could. I'm dead. Wow. That's fine. Another ult. I now have mine. We're even. Good. Yeah, we probably win at this point. It's Reinhardt and Kirk ult. We just win. And that game is probably way easier if I just constantly go for the backline, right? I can probably just try to permanently kill the Ana. But I didn't do that. Yo, what up, Mr. Fish? Yeah, I don't think I pinned my message. Let me just pin it now. There we go. One thing that I definitely have to say is that whenever I think about pro play, I might simply be thinking about pro play because if I, for example, managed to go pro, that would probably be a way for me to switch countries, right? So maybe if I actually lived in one of in another country, right? Maybe if I lived in North America or in Europe, then I wouldn't be thinking about going pro, right? And it's not like I'm thinking about this like that, right? Maybe I only think that it would be interesting to go pro whenever I feel bad about the fact that I have to play in high latency, right? Even if it might not necessarily be what I want to do. I think that the Genji nerfs don't affect me that much as someone that has played Genji for a long time, right? I've played him in way worse states. It's going to be very annoying for lower ranked players. Essentially, it's gonna be very annoying for the people that don't have like crazy hours on the hero and are already very experienced on him, right? That those different breakpoints where he requires one more shuriken are gonna be frustrating. Yo, what up, Rex? How are you doing? Welcome. And also, I do think that if I was to, for example, go pro, I would probably have to try to find a way to conciliate. Is that the word? That with the fact that I want to be able to teach others, right? I want to be able to help others, I want to make guides. I want others to enjoy Genji in the same way that I learned from watching other people's contents and became good, not just from my own effort but also because of the educational help, right, from other things. On console with Genji, I'm always gonna be saying the same thing. No, doesn't matter the platform. I think that the most important skill that people don't think about and don't teach enough, don't talk about enough, is gonna be pathing. Pathing is incredibly powerful. If you, for example, dash engage someone, right? The Zen, and then you miss your shots, and then the Zen just kills you, right? Well, if you, instead of dash engaging him, you manage to walk close to him by flanking, for example, then if you fuck up and miss your shots, right, you can just do this. You dash out because you didn't use your dash in, right? Pathing is a really incredibly broken thing to learn. Especially if you are in elos where other people don't apply that skill, right? And honestly, even in Grandmasters like top 500, there are people that don't know how to path. And if you wanna get better at it, I would recommend you my pathing guide that I have in my channel. Just look that up. Nice, congrats. You're almost gold. Wait, let me do where's movement hard. I have to say one thing that I would really I think that maybe the thing that I would enjoy the most from playing on low latency would actually be fighting Pharahs. I feel like fighting Pharahs on high latency can work, and I've definitely done it before, but doing so on low latency is way more satisfying. Not just more satisfying, but also way easier to do. Map is this? This is a workshop code called Vaxta. If you want to have some drills to warm up or improve, I have a few videos on Genji drills, one for every year, ever since I started, which was 2020. I would recommend you watch my 2022 version, right, which I released not too long ago, because wow, it is the version updated for Overwatch 2, right? I mean, yeah, Call of. Another thing can be simply not using your dash to engage and simply walking up to someone, right? As I said before, pathing. Yeah, the speed boost from the Lucio was messing me up there. Oh, I didn't land the shuriken, so I'm gonna need a second swing. Nice. I really wish that they changed this to remove the Doomfist, now that he became a tank. Especially considering that the punch seems to be actually CCing you when it shouldn't, right? The game tries to, or this mode tries to prevent CC and stuff. Or at least it used to, right? Or for example, flashbang not working. Upcoming Genji nerf, it has already gone through. I think that it is way more frustrating for the lower ranked players than it is for someone like me that has thousands of hours on the hero and has played him in worse states than this. I feel like it could be attention bias, but maybe the ammo nerf is worse than the damage nerf. But I have no idea yet, I haven't played with it too much. But honestly, I care way less about the nerf than I care about the rest of the balance of the game. Right, so for example, Sojourn, I don't care too much if Genji gets this nerf, but I really care about the fact that Sojourn didn't get a nerf, right? I also feel like Genji's viability really depends on what other characters are being played, right? So for example, if Winston is good, then Genji is probably good too, because, well, Genji can follow up on Winston, right? But also, Winston can be annoying for Genji, so it goes both ways. Same goes for Zarya, right? Zarya can enable, but Zarya can also annoy Genji. Meanwhile, for example, Orisa, if Orisa ever becomes meta, Genji, unless the meta is to actually like burst down the Orisa, avoiding the Orisa is usually the best thing to do, right? Because Orisa is so tanky. And Genji can do that very well. With deflect, with dash, with his great mobility. He's great at avoiding the Orisa, right?
I cherish every victory.
I would have been slapped, I believe. But yeah, in high latency I can't even try to do that. Because even if I react in time, I'm still gonna be slapped. I'll need to react inhumanly fast to be able to not get slapped there. Went to melee, try to finish targets. The best moments, right? Because otherwise you can just shoot at this speed, right? But if you melee, look at how long it takes for you to be able to shoot again. Right? So usually you only want to melee when you are gonna be finishing a target, or when you want burst, right? When you want some burst damage, let me show. I need to be able to hit some burst, right? Let me go for a Zen. Zen has big hitbox, right? When I want some burst damage, right? That was 100 damage from just body shots and a melee, right? Then yeah, I'm gonna melee to add some burst, right? Let's say I'm diving in with a Winston and a Pharah is flashing the enemy team, right? Then I just want to be able to do as much damage as I can in my engagements, try to have my team, because every damage will matter when it's not just me, right? It's also my Winston zapping people and my Pharah is flashing them. Also, I feel like with 24 ammo, meleeing sometimes is gonna be good to conserve ammo. But it's probably just gonna come more about ammo management than just meleeing to save ammo. Another good thing about melee is how easy it is, right? I don't need to aim well. It also has a linger effect, right? I can melee. I mean, problem is that they're moving, so it's hard to show, right? But I can melee and move, and I'm still gonna hit them. So yeah, melee for consistent damage is good. Right, damage that you basically can't miss. A lot of it, I will have to say, Genji is so flexible and so much changes depending on context that just playing the game more will usually give you the experience about this kind of stuff, right? Obviously you can just learn those things by asking too, and that's gonna be faster, right? But a lot of it you can just end up learning from experience. And a lot of it will end up changing based on context, right? I can't just try to account for all contexts here, right? I'm not gonna remember all of them. So your judgment really is really important when you're evaluating if you should do something or not, right? How you should approach each situation. Why is Zana hard scoping in front of me? I know it's because she's a bot, but... Okay, hit a shot challenge, impossible. There we go. Did I end my water already? I did. And this is why I hate living where I do. Look at my kill time. If I was on an A, from just these 2 games, I would have, or not 2 games, I have had 1 game, and then I have queued again. And both queues combined are already basically like 30 minutes. So on an A, I would have managed to get a whole game, maybe even more than that, from the queue time. I'm spending more time in queue than I am playing the game in here. Rather than spending more time in game than in queue, which would be the thing that happens on an A, right? Because the queue time would be like 2 minutes, usually. I haven't gotten to GM1 to actually suffer long queues. Bathing suit Genji? What the fuck is that? See what I mean when I talk about standing still makes it easier to aim? Why complicate yourself? Why have to move horizontally and vertically, try to aim, when you can just do this sometimes? Stand still and try to lead your shots and aim like this. Which is a way easier task, right? Not all the time, obviously. There are specific circumstances where you can do this, but if you, for example, aren't double jumping all the time, aim can be a lot easier, because then you just have to aim in the horizontal axis, right? You keep your crosshair at head level, and you just try to aim like this, right? On the horizontal axis. And then boom, you hit headshots.
My aim is unerring.
I don't know, I'm still very, very mad. But I just kind of feel like it's worthless to, or rather it's pointless to be mad at all of these things. High latency, the place where I live not letting me be competitive with those handicaps, right? The internet going off, this type of stuff. I feel like it's pointless because it's out of my control. I just wish that the time where this ends will
Mine has a massive collection of
won't
vintage
take long
vinyl.
to come, right?
Sick. They want. I could send them some stuff too.
Because I've been playing on high latency for more than 2 years, I believe, and it is very frustrating to have to do that or get very low quality games on my server after very long queues, right? So, for example, it seems like we're gonna be running Mercy Lucio this match with Winston, which is awful because then the Mercy and the Lucio are gonna end up having to heal bots, which is not their best utility. Lucio best utility is the speed boost and Mercy the damage boost, right?
Attack commencing.
The payload
Escort
progresses.
the payload.
Commences.
Okay, my Winston isn't gonna have fun. With Diva and Sombra and us not having a Nana. I have to finish the reload. I'm doing too many cancels. Oh, I missed that. Unfortunate. Mercy might live. Let me just focus the Diva for now. Actually, no. I have a Widow to go in.
Be careful.
You have a
My
map,
soul
and
is
I
alight.
still won.
But yeah, definitely it's fun if I'm the one that's gonna get pocketed and I'm the one receiving most of my team resources, right? My tank is left to rot, but I get to have a Mercy pocket. Oh, and they have a lever. Amazing. I wonder if they DC'd or they just rage quit. I just heard a Sombra. Yeah. Oh, I wanted to finish her, but then she got healed by the Mercy. I know that this is just a stupid play, but I just can't help but try to do this type of stuff. I'm playing low latency. I'm probably not gonna be playing low latency for a long time. I'm probably just gonna pay for the VPN tomorrow.
Protect the payload. Head down.
But I can't help but try to rely on mechanics this match. No! My Mercy didn't heal me. You wanna see? Half HP, half HP, half HP, half HP, half HP. It's a stupid engagement, yes, but... Oh, now they have the other support back. Okay, let's get serious on one. And not joke around too much.
I am empowering you.
Right? Try to close the gap, but not in a stupid way, right? So I go to the high ground, wait to get healed.
What time is it? Nerf this. Take cover. Initiate defense matrix.
They have Moira now instead of Anna? Invis hack is stupid.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Let me dive this Widow. Oh, that bubble.
No holding back. I see one. Foolish.
Even if I miss my dash, I probably just get the finish. Ooh, they have a Pharah. Nice, nice. That's fun. That's fun. And
You again.
am I dead? Yeah, I'm dead. I should have just dashed down. I thought I was dead earlier. That's why I didn't move. I was surprised I was alive.
Hello. また会えたな。Hi.
Deine Pflicht ist nicht getan. You really gave it to them.
Just focus the Zarya fast. For the... Or never mind, or she doesn't die. Nice.
Hello.
Point saber.
Get into
Keep the
the
payload
groove.
moving. Enhancing your
The
strength.
advantage is mine. I am restored.
I'm here for healing.
Oh, nice. I thought that my Mercy wouldn't take that long to heal me, but I guess if she's gonna be trying to heal someone else, such as the Winston, it's gonna take a while, right? That's the problem with running this comp.
Hello.
But guess what server I'm playing? Yes, SA, which is a meme. I need to taxi my Mercy and I need my team to just stop feeding into the Pharah Mercy. Really need to be able to win that fight. But guess what? We can't skill a Zarya on points because I'm the only one dealing damage. Nice, Hog is better. I can actually work with the support comp. And we're holding beat for so long. This is why I also don't like, even if I get to play on low latency, I would much rather play on high latency if the quality of the games is better. Like, my team is just walking in alone, one at a time, dying to the Pharah. We have held beat for at least 2 minutes, maybe even 3 minutes, maybe even more than that. I think we beat once in like 7 minutes. I have to get out because my team can't walk. And it's hard for me to try to engage them. Oh, don't worry, my Lucio was holding beat for the grab. That's what he was doing.
Bad guys.
Hey, my team killed the Mercy. Wow. I'm sorry. Did you really miss a one shot on one of the fattest targets in the game? Also known as Pharah. Alright, have a good one.
You're stuck.
Score 3-0. Switching sides. Prepare your defenses. Select your hero.
Helping those in need is its own reward.
Hello. また会えたな。
Greetings. Stick together. Let me take the hit. I am empowering you.
My spirit grows strong.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Yeah.
payload.
I am healed. Enemy seen.
Missed all my shots there.
Come at me. I see one.
Did I get the orb? I don't think so. Wait, did she swap Sombra? Really? Guess what? My diva is dead because she's playing diva with Mercy Lucio. Yeah, if we wanted to win there, I need to kill the Hanzo. Oh, we killed him. I'm actually gonna get a res. And my diva somehow remaxed, so she actually gets healed. I doubted the enemy team's capability of letting my diva remax, and that's how they heal.
Really underestimate me?
My ultimate is charging.
Nice.
Amplifying your power.
I don't care about the Sombra. Thunder is climbing.
I am healed.
Bye. Oh, another bye. There is no way that this Sombra... Okay, this one...
No vaya a ser que lo necesite.
Nice. Nice one, Sombra. Just keep hacking. Keep hacking minions instead of trying to harass our diva. And now we're out. Nice. You just wasted a massive amount of time. We're gonna EMP soon though, I believe. Everyone press Q! No head fade. That is a good attempt though. Use the baby diva to chain dashes to close the gap. Can we contest? They're down diva, so maybe.
60 seconds remaining.
Stay alive, Mercy. Ah, she's won.
Turn it up, turn it up!
Team kill.
Yo.
はい、
また会えたな。
Sojourn en route. Tango inside. Escape me.
She's on the high ground, I believe.
Always plan an exit.
I feel this in my bones!
Misery made manifest. Neutralizing projectile.
I'm dead.
Favorite part.
And my Mercy lets her hack. Oh, that's funny. That is so... That is such an SA moment. I can't take the server seriously. It's not possible to take the server seriously.
The payload has reached the checkpoint. Double kill.
Koga. I am healed.
BPM.
Supplying damage increase. Enemy
Are they really going inside?
it's go time. Nerf this.
I'm not gonna get the beat, am I? I'm not actually gonna fight her. I have too little ammo. This time I was actually smart in disengaging.
This is no time to doubt yourself.
I'm on fire. My ultimate is ready.
Oh, they're now on May instead of Sombra.
Over here.
Bye bye.
Over here.
The advantage is mine.
What is that wall? That is such an SA moment.
Fire at will.
Crank up the game.
Behind you. 60 seconds remaining.
Enemy spotted. Going somewhere?
Oh, there we go, we got him. He's one. Aw. I wonder if I didn't kill him because the mercy damage boost broke.
Just yet.
Get out here before they make him wall.
30 seconds remaining.
It's go time. That's two.
Yeah, try to focus the Moira first. Now the Lucio.
10 seconds remaining.
So the Zarya is alone.
Remember?
And then it's easy. Wow. Sombra might touch. No, she doesn't even. Nice. GG's.
Victory.
Oh, I finished. Masters 1, PogChamp. Now it can take even longer to find matches. Yo, what up, cowboy? How are you doing? If you put in the effort, yeah. I don't think the nerf is as big as people are making it up to be, but it's definitely very frustrating if you, for example, are still learning the character, which can be for a long time, right? And I would argue that I am still learning, even though I have thousands of hours. I can still improve, right? So, the less experienced you are, the more it hurts, right? But it's not as if you can't manage to just get better and work with the problem, right? Even having a problem, even having a handicap. For example, I played Genji, and I play Genji. This is a rare exception where I'm playing low latency because I don't wanna. I'm currently mad I didn't wanna pay for a VPN to play on high latency, right? I shouldn't have to pay to play the game, but I have managed to play Genji on high latency, even though it's probably one of the worst characters to play in high latency, right? And I managed to get top 100 like that.
Traveling to Havana.
Widowmaker.
I aim.
Why did they use such a node code?
Flew right into my web.
Oh, I cannot hit that person. Why did I flick there? Why am I missing such easy shots? Just wait for her to stand still.
Back in action.
Okay, can I swap characters? Yeah, there we go. I'm bored already. Oh, deflect is disabled here for some reason. God, you have to reload so often. To be fair, it's not like I'm trying much though. When you have kills this big, just trying on practice modes for a long time is definitely very tiring. Because of how concentrated the practice is.
Personne n'échappe à mon
I am restored. 千里の道を一足ずつ運んだ。Precision is the way of the
Somehow alive. No, I'm dead. My 18 player queue frick. Alright, I found a match in 5 minutes. I'm surprised.
Now arriving at Lijiang Tower. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
I bear my burdens as best I can.
Five, four, three, two, one. Round one. Capture the objective.
boosting your damage.
My spirit grows strong.
I don't even need to destroy the TP because it goes away after a little bit of time. I need to just try to walk around.
The objective is now active.
Time to back up, my whole team is dead. And I'm dead. Nice try AFKing spawn, good, good. They wasted turrets, which is great. Oh, never mind, they already have way more. Haha.
Do your worst. Over there. My blade is ready to be unleashed. Using the
Incredible. Their Ana has nano, ours isn't even close while we were the team that was losing.
Each journey.
Isn't that incredible? Our Ana has managed to do so little healing.
It's Kiriko.
I am healed.
Don't worry, my Ana is almost there. She's looking to, yeah, I was gonna say, she's looking to wall.
Dragon consume you. Claiming the objective.
I'm dead. I cannot make it out. Yep. My hog. Oh, now my hog has more than 1,000 damage. Nice, my hog did something, surely.
It's high noon.
Score 0-1.
Just quickly to remind my, all of you, I haven't received resources from my team. I've been fighting on my own, and I am vastly outstudying my team. Very, very, very fun match, right? Very, very fun match to play. When my team doesn't know how to deal with Symmetra in Masters.
5, 4,
Such a joke.
3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Fate draws us together.
Getting sloppy. Shape up.
I see one. Enemy here. Enemy seen. Enemy here. I see one. Enemy here.
The objective is
Alright, is my team gonna take any space whatsoever? Alright, okay, I understand. My team is useless this match. I have a cosmetic team. I don't even care if I die here. If I don't kill every single player this match, all the time, we lost this match. So it's not even worth bothering with. See? So their hog is wasting time there, so surely my hog will take space, right? Surely my hog will currently take space. Okay, nice, my hog is taking space by dying. Very, very smart of him. I'm not even gonna bother with this match. This match is a loss.
Taking damage.
See? This hog has been sitting in this area for like basically the whole round, and yet my Ana is getting hooked off.
I aim to devastate.
Alright, here we go.
Level.
Nice, surely my team will move in. Oh, don't worry, he's gonna go off the map.
Tu vas le regretter.
He didn't go off the map. Nice team, I got one more pick. We got it.
Buckle up. This gunslinger's
Nice.
Administer.
I love how my team is losing still. Don't worry, my nanoed hog is losing to a non-nanoed hog.
Hello. Hello there.
Wow, this sure was a match where I had a lot of things that I could have done to win it. I'm really glad that I played that match. Well, let's queue again, and let's wait a long ass time to get this match. Nice, I'm really glad that private profiles exist. They sure make the game very transparent. I really love to know that how good my teammates are and I get put with them, right? I really want to know if it's my fault somehow, or if it's just my team, or if it's the matchmaking, but I can't. Guess why? Guess why I can't? Yep, exactly, because private profiles are a thing for some reason. Where is 1K done? There is actually one in the low latency. Wow, I'm surprised.
This ends now. We're in this together. All of us. Helden sterben nicht. Not so fast.
Who's gonna farm tanks? Oh, I'm the boss, I guess.
Ends now. Got him.
meteor strike. Do not disappoint me.
You really apagando las luces.
What? I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead because my EMP didn't go off because I got sucked into a pin that was very far away. That was enjoyable. I really like how the game is very well done.
Apagando las luces.
I am always ready to learn. Adaptive circuits engaged. Personnel
Whoa! I kept my momentum.
gaining altitude.
Bye, Mercy. Oh, I thought I needed less damage
Ends now.
to swap. Did you see how long that Sombra failed to hack people and she was still able to keep trying to hack?
Apagando las luces. Even cussive out. Огонь!
по готовности.
Justice reigns from above. Repulsion. Justice reigns from above.
If it wasn't for the self-heal of the Valk, I would have just killed that Mercy.
Barrier unsuccessful.
Why are you so fixated in shooting me? Bye.
Time for the reckoning.
No, that was a very pathetic dynamite. I didn't just spectate that, did I?
Reigns from above. You're not the forecast.
Big Styler. I'm under attack. Surrender to my will.
Got you in my sights.
Come on, Snowball. I need your help. Cool up.
It really just feels so wrong to deal this much damage with primary fire. I wanted this Reaper to I was gonna say I wanted this Reaper to fall off the map somehow, and it did. Why do I deal this much damage with Mei? That's bonkers. This feels very wrong. You got it, you got it, you can kill me. Go, go, go.
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
Oh, I found a match. Wow.
Traveling to New Queen Street. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
Let's go. Let's see my team run Lucio and Kiriko with Ryan. Surely my team will do that, right? Because they saw that it is even meta in Overwatch League, right? Right?
The true north. Strong and free.
Oh, surf's up. Overwatch? Oh man, you guys are my heroes.
5,
No?
4,
No Kiriko Lucio?
1.
Wow.
Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
また会えたな。Hello.
Choo choo. There goes the Winston hard focusing the Genji and almost feeding for it. That's like the classic SA moment. Run, I'm dead. Why? Because Kiriko just TPs to someone and saves them.
Moving along now.
And also because I did a push that is bad, obviously.
Hi. Yo. Hello.
Nice. Their Winston has fed twice and has less damage than supports. That definitely feels like fair matchmaking for the enemy team.
Enemy in my sight.
All right, progress. That's what I like to see.
Oh, nice. The Sojourn deals that much damage to me with the railgun, even if it's just a body shot, and I can't even know that she can do that much damage because it only glows when it's really high charge.
Greetings.
That is truly very fun.
Hello. Hey. Oh. また会えたな。
The enemy's pushing that barricade. We have to stop them. I'm on my way.
Where's my team? Okay, I guess I need to back up and go here.
狐の鍵爪を解き放て
Oh, let's break it.
Ends now.
Oh, she was on top of me.
They must not take the lead.
Yo.
And my Ana might be dying to the Tracer because my team isn't capable of healing. Oh, never mind, my Lucio is dead when nothing is going on. Like that might be more impressive. And there's no mini because the Winston took it, right?
They're moving the barricade.
They pushed past us.
Wait, what? Okay, I can't get a kill. That was weird. I guess I just misjudged where she would end up at. So that was a sad blade.
That's not good. Don't let them push.
Such an unnecessary nano. They have to back up, they're down a tank.
I see one.
This ends now.
鍵爪を解き放て
Heroes never die. Let's get back.
Hello. また会えたな。
Enemy team is pushing for.
Really would love to know why we have a Mercy into this.
Get lost.
Here goes nothing.
Nice, we have a Mercy that can easily heal person that is getting primal, and yet our Sojourn dies to primal. Now I'm missing all my shots.
This is no time to doubt yourself.
My team can't hit a shot, nice.
Robot.
And I'm pretty sure their Winston is just feeding here. I'm just going soldier this match.
It's go time. Enemy has a robot.
Nice, that is a very smart soldier note.
Every soldier needs a cause.
Love playing the server. How do you have 9 devs?
Hi.
That's impressive. Oh, nice job, Winston. You wake up the Winston inside Kitsune out. Now has another jump. Now he's gonna primal.
This ends now.
Nice, nice. How long are we gonna keep the Mercy for? That's what I wanna know. How long?
Hello.
Wow, we swapped off the Mercy! What a miracle!
Escorting the robot.
If I shot that a little faster, I think I just one-shot her.
Bad guys. Take him out.
I really thought that my Cassidy was dead there.
Everyone heal up.
Nano boost administered. This will cut the pain.
Can't beat me. Deployed.
I'm sorry, did you really just waste your jump and somehow let me live? No. No, of course not, because my Zen isn't
Engaging.
poorly positioned so he can't heal me.
An enemy here.
I don't know why I even swapped the soldier to try to carry this team when they're not worth it.
I've got you.
And I'm dead. Look at the difference in teams. I Visor, which wouldn't even kill anyone, and they're instantly primaling me, right? And meanwhile my team is trying to run Mercy into this comp.
60 seconds remaining.
Don't let them push it any further.
Nice nade, Anna. That truly was very needed to save me. And yeah, that's gonna be it for the stream. I'm not playing this in this server. The matches are just way too ass. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm gonna buy VPN and play on high latency. I'm legitimately very fed up with Overwatch. Very fed up. Okay, this is gonna be it for this stream. Have a good one. I have videos on that kind of stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna answer that now because I'm not in the mood. I'm sorry. Have a good one, everyone, and I will see you all in the next time.